Wolf Alice. That's what I wanted to show you. I want to analyze this video. It's part of my video. First of all, these are what's called young people. This is 2016. I had a Wolf Alice concert at Lollapalooza in California. A London band, and look at the sticker on his guitar. It's a Bernie sticker. You can't see it in that shot because the wire's in there. It's a Bernie. There it is. Hey, you see the Bernie sticker? A London guitar player comes across the river. Band up and coming, 2016. And what do you see? You see Bernie. Look at the young people. Look at them. You think they went away? No, they grew up. And their guy is still running, bro. Which leads me to my prediction. St. Bernie. Damn. You can't, young people see. Young people know, right? They can't be fooled. You can't fool the kids. You can't fool the young generations. What I'm trying to say, man. What I'm trying to say about 2020, my big prediction is that Bernie Sanders is the most popular politician in the country and stands a good chance of winning. Hold on a second. If, of course, he's not cheated, because the cheating is a motherfucker, right? We know that. We know that the Democrats will cheat and lie and steal. But if they could get away with it, I just want to get one clip, but the chick is hot. But let's see I want to see the guitar. There he is. See that? Let's see if we can see his guitar. He's got his Bernie sticker, man. It means something. That's what I'm trying to say. I got my Bernie stickers. I just got the new ones. Where's the new ones? Oh, here they are. So I got my Bernie stickers. I actually paid for these. I gave $2.70, and I got a very, very cool Bernie Sanders sticker. This is like retro Bernie 2020. That's a collector's item right there. And a bumper sticker for the car that I don't even own. Right? Bernie for president. Loving it. Bernie for president. And the vintage, see, it's all authentic. It's not like you're just buying them on eBay, right? With the envelope. I won't dox myself again, but here's the envelope. So it's all part of the package. So Marcus Conte reporting. I had the last one. From 2016, there was a Bernie bird, a circular sticker that I had acquired, and I noticed that there was only limited amounts of them, and I sold that shit on eBay for $25, man. Dump that shit. I'm wearing my cop shirt today. I don't know why. Last day of the year. So I'm gonna do. So that is my prediction. I think that it is very accurate. Bernie Sanders is rising, and is the clear favorite going into Iowa and New Hampshire. He stands a chance of being the Democratic nominee, if not cheated. Super Tuesday, March 3rd, we'll know for sure. From March 3rd on in 2020, we will either be talking about Bernie Sanders, the President of the United States, or the Democrats did it again and cheated, and we'll be talking about Trump will be the next president. Trump will have a total of another 4 years to go. So that is my ultimate prediction. And here's what they're saying about Bernie. Bernie's in the news. They're talking about his health, right? He had a heart attack. He's an old man, 78, 79. He's got a heart attack, right? Listen to what they say. Fox reporting, the enemy reporting.
Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders in good health and fit for campaigning. That from 3 doctors after Senator Sanders had a heart attack in October. Ellison Barber reporting live from the campaign trail. Of course, she is in Derry, New Hampshire today with more on all this. Ellison.
Hey, Molly, after Senator Sanders suffered that heart attack, he and his campaign said that they would eventually release more information about his health. He and all of the candidates in his age group, they promised to release some sort of health information before the Iowa caucus. Just now, Senator Sanders' campaign has done that. They released 3 letters from 3 different doctors, cardiologists, as well as Sanders' primary physician, who is also Congress's attending physician, all of them giving the senator a pretty clean bill of health. The primary care doctor wrote this, quote, "You are in good health currently, and you have been engaging vigorously in the rigors of your campaign, travel, and other scheduled activities without any limitation." Sanders' personal cardiologist says that he has the mental and physical stamina to fully undertake the rigors of the presidency. Another cardiologist said during a treadmill test, Sanders was able to perform at a level that was 50% above people of his age who are also in cardiac rehabilitation.
He's above 50% of people in his age group.
Fascinating.
So that is a clean bill of health. Bernie Sanders just got his clean bill of health. 3 cardiologists all now on the record saying, Bernie, he's old, but his heart is fine, man. His heart is in good shape. He's got a good heart, Bernie. That's what made it. His heart is better than 50, you heard, is better than 50% of the people in his age group, right? Or something like that. Come on, man. Bernie Sanders, he's got his clean bill of health. Let's move along. That's really all my predictions. I don't have much. I don't think anything's going to change in 2020. I think it's more of the same. The economy will probably continue to, benefit the 1%, and the 99% will continue to get gaslit and convinced that everything is fine and the economy is wonderful. And the billionaire class will continue to rape the country. I don't think that's going to change. I think, the markets, you may see a blip. If it looks like Bernie Sanders is going to win by July, you should have a market crash, a correction, as it's called, right? 40%, 30%, devastating, devastating to the billionaire class, but to the average Joe, people that don't have stocks and don't really care about that sort of thing, it's not going to be a disadvantage. It's going to be an advantage because it's a redistribution of wealth. Suddenly, the billionaire class has to loosen up their funds, the money that they've been hoarding for so long, and let that real money hit the economy, right? Tax the shit out of them. The fear of universal single-payer health care. This is what could happen in 2020. It could be very exciting if, and only if, Sanders, come March 3rd, landslides and shows to be the clear front runner, the clear winner of Super Tuesday, wins California, wins all the other states. Right? That's a big deal. I said, we're coming down to a very, very, it's what I've been waiting for a year, 2 years. I know you could say it. Say it in the comments. Conte, you're full of shit. You're fantasy. You're Bernie bro. You're a socialist dreamer. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid when I listen to people campaign against their own best interest. Right? Bernie Sanders, Second Amendment guy. You guys are fearful that he's going to take away your gun. Bernie Sanders, Vermont is the second most liberal gun state, I'm told. I don't know that to be true, but it's no big deal, right? It's wide open with guns, so you don't have a problem there. In terms of immigration, Bernie Sanders is not going to do anything different. He's not about a wall. They're enforcing immigration and such. But on social programs, he will be a little more liberal than some people might like. But economically, he's gonna create this enormous New Deal for the American people. And I know it's hard. I know people that love Trump. They love their Trump. I know it's hard to get your ass around it. Try to get your asshole around the idea that this is in your best interest to have an economy that works for all people and not just a few. That's not socialism. That's not communism. That's a New Deal capitalist idea to take the income and wealth inequality and get all that money that isn't hitting the real economy because of hoarding, and it hits the economy again. The billionaire class comes down a couple of notches and everybody else comes up a little notch. See how that works? You see how the divide is here? And then when you take them, when you and maybe you might even see a little of this. Wouldn't that be cool? 99% of the people finally get a little more than the 1% that have been so fortunate all this time. It's a great vision. It's a great vision for you. So Julian Assange is not sharing in that vision. unfortunately. Here's someone who spoke to Julian Assange during Christmas Eve. Let's listen.
On the line now. Very good evening to you, Vaughan. I can't imagine Julian Assange got too many phone calls he could make, but he did make one of them to you, I believe, on Christmas Eve. What did he say about how he feels his mental, physical condition and the conditions of Belmarsh prison where he is?
To be honest, he didn't talk too much about his conditions. Julian rang me because he spent Christmas with me and my family in 2010 while on bail all that time ago. I think he simply wanted a few minutes of escape and to talk to us because of the memories he had of that, happy memories. He was slurred, his speech was slurred, he was speaking slowly. Now, Julian is a highly articulate, very clear person when he speaks, and he sounded awful, and it was very upsetting to hear him. So he didn't actually say that he was sedated. It seemed pretty obvious that he was, and the idea of him being sedated has come from several people who visited him, who've clearly been told, and the British government have been asked by it, and they refuse to address that matter. What they say is they're not mistreating him, but clearly he's being kept in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day, and then not
Solitary confinement for 23 hours a day on tranquilizers. He's not being tortured. He's not being mistreated. That's not mistreated. That's torture. That's a torturous thing. So going forward, Smith said it would be important to continue pressuring the British government to answer a litany of questions about Assange, his treatment in prison, and his health, as well as blah, blah, blah. So the headline, unfortunately, is I'm slowly dying here. That's what that guy said. Sedated Assange tells friend during Christmas Eve call from UK prison as health concerns mount. So we have is this going to change in 2020? Is Julian Assange going to walk out the door? Is he going to get away with it? Is Trump going to come in and save the day? Here I come to save the day. No, Pompeo and Trump's swamp, they don't like Assange. They loved him during the election 2016. We love WikiLeaks. I love WikiLeaks. Trump the traitor. Trump the man, right? Trump the man. Trump the dude. He threw Julian Assange under the bus. The guy who revealed so many deep, dark secrets about the deep state, the people that you rail against, and Julian Assange exposed them, and Trump takes power, and what does he do? He just ups the ante and accuses the man of 17 counts of espionage and fake, making journalism illegal. So not good for Julian Assange. Here's a good little story. This is cool. Homeless man turned Manhattan Whole Foods into personal hot bar. Now, this is fucked up, right? This may piss you off a little bit, but just have an open mind for a second. Here's a homeless guy. He walks into the Whole Foods. It looks like the one on 27th Street and 7th Avenue. I can't be sure. It's in Manhattan somewhere. It's not the one downtown. I've been in all of them. I've eaten in every one of them. So he's coming off the street. He's obviously on the balls of his ass. He's sitting there there's the guy. They see what he's doing. There's somebody filming him. He's taking a little food. He's hungry and he's eating. Now, people are saying in the article that he's using his hands to eat. I don't see that. I see him just scooping into his little dish. You see the workers kind of laughing at it. They're used to it, right? Homeless people come in. What are you going to do? Drag them out? No, you can't do it, right? So he's eating with his hands. But he's not necessarily, it's a sad reality, right? Hungry people in America. That's what you just saw. You saw hungry people. You see, this is how the homeless survive in Manhattan. They come in. Is it a really big deal? Is it a bad deal? Can't we just shave a little bit of money off the top for the mentally ill people that are walking around the streets hungry? Can't we do a little better than that? And here's how the Post reports it. A drooling and pungent homeless man made double dipping look like child's play at a Midtown Whole Foods, grabbing from the hot food bar with his bare hands to stuff his bearded face. as employees chuckled and said they were powerless to stop him. A Post editor said he had plucked down, whatever, $17. So they're used to it, right? The Whole Foods guys, they're used to it. Homeless people straggle off the street, but it's a sad reality. That's what I'm trying to say, right? This guy's got nothing. You know what it's like to have nothing? I mean, not many people really know what it's like to have nothing, walking around the streets, in that interim between Christmas and New Year, and everything you probably own is on your back. And you're moving from a shelter, to drug rehab, the methadone clinic, to the crack spot. Is it your fault? That's what I'm trying to say about homelessness and hunger in America, right? This could be you too. Most people say, oh, no, there's too many degrees of separation between me and him, but not really, right? In a downslide, if the economy keeps going the way it does and it explodes and the billionaires go running for cover and seize any assets that are left and leave everybody high and dry, this could easily escalate to a Venezuela situation in America. I know, you don't believe it, but I do. I believe it. And I use Venezuela not because it's a socialist society or tried to do it. So Venezuela is actually, that's a bad example. I take that back. It's more like a third world nation where there just simply isn't enough to go around. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. So let's give a little credit to this heroic guy right here. Texas man Jack Wilson, identified as hero, who shot gunman inside church. Now, I'm not going to play it again, but you saw the video, right? Here's the video. You remember the guy, he shoots. I don't want to play it again because I don't want to get piss people off. But we saw it. That's the gunman up in the right-hand corner, up in the top here. The gunman shoots a guy, then the gunman shoots another guy, and then some heroic guy, Jack Wilson, comes from left field with a pistol and blasts the shooter and kills him. Good job. The gun-touting hero who shot a gunman who killed 2 practitioners at a Texas church Sunday was identified as a local political hopeful who said he was not going to allow evil to succeed in a Facebook post Monday. The events at West Freeway Church of Christ put me in a position that I would hope no one would have to be in, Jack Wilson wrote. But evil exists, and I had to take out an active shooter in church. Damn right he did. I say this guy saved, I don't know, do the math. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 50, 60. This could have been a 60-person massacre. If the shooter and his rifle, if he had enough clips on him, enough ammo on him, he could have taken out this, because people duck when they hear the gunshots. They don't run. But if you got a gun, you use the poo as a fucking, to block the bullets and you fire back. That's what you do. And that's what this guy did. Good job. Good job. Hero. Jack Wilson, hero. I am very sad in the loss of our 2 dear friends and brothers in Christ, but evil does exist in this world, and I and other members are not going to allow evil to succeed. Please pray for all members and their families in this time. Thank you for your prayers and understanding. May God, it's my prayer. So Wilson, 71, who is running for a Hood County Commissioner's seat with the slogan, "Make sure your vote is on target," was one of 2 volunteer security guards at the church in Fort Worth suburb at 10:15 a.m. I'll make a prediction. I think he's going to win his seat. I think Jack Wilson is going to be the Hood County Commissioners. I think he's going to be the Hood County Commissioner after that performance. So good job, man. Good job. Good job. So yeah, listen, man. Have a good holiday, man. Have a good time tonight. Don't let all the negativity in the world get you, man. Vote for Bernie Sanders, man. Vote for Bernie, right? And we'll see what it's. I think the young people lead. I mean, that's my thought. Young people, you gotta follow young people. This is California, 2016. The sign was a Bernie Sanders. There it is, man. Fucking Bernie guitar. The Bernie guitar, Wolf Alice. Oh man. So we'll see, man. So maybe I'll come back tonight with some live stuff, man. Do a little live stream.